Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Trails in the Sky. Uh, yeah. Let's just continue. Okay. Got all that done. What was I up to? Right. Liberal Media. Hotel Roland. So let's head over there. Vern, I was wondering if I could ask you something. Is it true that the people from the magazine company are staying here? Well, you're certainly right about that. Did you have some business with them? Actually, we're here representing the guild to cooperate with them on getting a story. Really, is that so? Then I regret to inform you that both of them are out at the moment. Oh, well, do you know where they went? The reporter fellow said something about heading over to the bar. How about you try asking there? Bar? Got it, thanks. We appreciate the help. Whoops. Could have sworn there was a button to hold for running. Guess not. Huh? Who you kids supposed to be? Are you perhaps the reporter from the Liberal News? That's right. How do you know that? I like getting the scoop on things, but I hate it when people try and pry into my life. What business do you have with me? We're here representing the Bracer Guild. We were told that you had requested an escort. Oh, so you finally come, have you? I've been waiting forever for you guys to show up. So, where's Cassius Bright? Well, the thing is, he had another job come up, so he's not even in Roland. What? I came all the way here so I could get a story on his famous bracer. Crap! What a waste this trip turned out to be. I don't get what you're so disappointed about. There's no need to get your boxers in a bunch. And we've got you covered. I guess I don't have much of a choice. You'll have to do. Wait, what did you just say? Don't get your boxers in a bunch? No, the "we've got you covered" part. What do you mean by that? It's just like Joshua said, we're representative bracers. Oh, and here's our referral. Hey, this has got to be some kind of bad joke. Look, are you trying to tell me that you little brats are bracers? Brats? Is that how you're supposed to address a lady? What do you mean, lady? There's nothing sexy about you in that outfit. If you don't like my assessment, then how about slipping into a skirt and acting like the other girls your age? I personally think her outfit is a lot sexier than a normal skirt would be, but that's just me. This clothing is specifically designed for those who wield a staff, and this looks like a skirt too. Are you blind? You're such a rude old man. Who are you calling an old man? I'm still in my 20s, damn it. Getting back to business, sir, the fact is that we were dispatched by the guild. I'd be more than happy to introduce you to someone else, but I don't know when they'll be free. I can't extend the deadline any longer. I guess I've got no other alternative. Alright, rejoice, you kids. I'm going to leave this up to you. What a generous old man you are. Easy, Estelle. I'm Joshua, and this here is Estelle. And you are? I'm Niall Burns, ace reporter of the Liberal News. Though we won't be working long together, I hope you'll do a good job. I'll be grateful when this is all over, too. By the way, where exactly is it that you want us to guide you to? The way I see it, you need a trusty guide because you're headed somewhere dangerous, right? Right. My destination is Esmelas' tower. I'm sure you've heard of it before. Huh, that's it? Not only have we heard of it, but we were there on a job not that long ago. Well, this may just work out after all. So, what I really want you to do is to guide us to the tower roof. I want to get a picture for the magazine. Well, aren't you the thrill seeker? By us, you mean that someone else is coming along too? Yeah, I've got my camera woman with me. Hey, she said something about her orbital camera not working right, so she took off to the orbital factory. But she should be back. Should have been back by now. If you're in a hurry, then wouldn't it be a good idea to head over there now? No doubt you're going to take off to get your story once you meet up with your partner, right? Yeah, that's true. Alright then, let's head straight to the tower once we pick up my partner from the orbital factory. So, Niall. I actually like Niall. You know, he's an interesting character. Yeah, he's kind of mean, but he's actually kind of he's not actually a bad person, and I like that. Wait, anything but that. I'll do anything you ask. Just please give me back my camera. It's worth more to me than my life. This is a problem. What should I do about this, Dad? You're the one who took the job, so you're the one who has to deal with it. What's all the fuss about? Could this person be? That's her, alright. Hey, Dorothy, how long are you gonna keep me waiting? Niall, you came just at the right time. Please help me out here. What did you do this time? You didn't waste all your money, so now you don't have enough for repairs, did you? That's amazing. How did you guess? Are you like a clairvoyant or something? When you do the same thing that many times, even an idiot would know what's going on. Do you know this person? I'm sorry to ask this, but can I get you to pay for the repair costs? Fine, but I'll need you to write it off as a business expense. How much? Let's see. The decorative clock and the repairs together are 2,000 Mira. Hold on! And I can understand the repairs, but what's the deal with the decorative clock? Well, I was looking around the store while he was doing the repairs, and I saw a pretty clock. When I picked it up, it broke. But I'm glad we can write it off as a business expense. How wonderful is that? That kind of amount is not going to be covered. Crap. It looks like I'm going to have to pay out of my own pocket and get my money back later. Here's your 2,000 Mira. And this is your receipt. This is an unbelievably awkward combination if I've ever seen one. No doubt about that. But the fact that he'll pay out of his pocket for someone means he's probably pretty nice to work under. Sorry to keep you waiting, kids. Had to take care of a little trouble. Who are these kids, Niall? They're the bracers who will be acting as our escorts and guides. They'll be taking the place of Cassius Bright, with whom we'd originally made arrangements. These young kids are? I'm Estelle, nice to meet you. And I'm Joshua. So it's Estelle and Joshua, is it? You may be young, but you seem reliable. I'm Dorothy Hyatt. Yes, I'm the new camera woman for the Liberal News. At the moment, I'm training under Niall. Hell, why did I get stuck babysitting this blockhead of a girl? Damn editor-in-chief. Relax, relax. Something good will come out of all of this soon enough. You're one to talk. Never mind, just forget it. Now that we've got everyone together, how about we go and get our story? Our destination is the Asmalas Tower, right? Alright, let's go. Alright, on. Alrighty. Let's do this. Oh, god damn it. And that's gonna continue to happen.
We're good to go.
Even on this difficulty, the enemies are still not giving me good exp. So, yeah. Oh, come on. Although I like having Dorothy around because, yeah, as you saw, she can do some stuff. And she can blind enemies with her camera, so that's nice. So here we are at the tower. Wow, this tower is really tall. I wonder how many floors it has. The last time we were here, we only made it as far as the second floor, but judging from the scale, I'd say it's probably about 5 or 6. It should be 5. At least that's what it said in a book at home. It was investigated some time ago, but it looks like it was abandoned after that. That reminds me, it seems like there are a number of other towers like this in Liberl. That's correct. There are towers similar to this one in the Bose, Ruan, and Zeiss regions. They all seem to have been built around the time that the Liberl Kingdom was founded. Is that so? I think I'm starting to feel the history already. My job this time is to uncover the truth about them. Dorothy, get me a few long-angle shots of this place. Sure. Here we go. Amazing. Is a photographer's personality supposed to change by taking a camera in their hands like that? She certainly looks like a pro. And then she fell asleep. Ow. That really hurts, Niall. This happens every time you try to take a picture like that. Quit trying to act professional and just hit me a shot using your usual style. I guess I shouldn't try to tone down my style just to look good. Well, I guess I'll have to do it my own way. Okay, looking good, looking good. Now that's what I call sexy and cute. Here we go, say cheese. I don't get it. Why is she doing that when she's not taking photos of a person? Somehow it seems natural for her. She says that she can see the expression of the scenery, whatever that's supposed to mean. And believe it or not, she takes some pretty breathtaking pictures. Pictures acting all ridiculous like that. I guess it could be considered a type of genius. Genius that's borderline insane, though. Wow, people are sure never what they seem to be. Okay, I'm all done here. Alright then, let's get inside. We're headed for the roof. I'm counting on you two greenhorns. You just leave it to us. Yes, we won't let any monsters lay a single paw on you. Please make sure to keep close behind us. Alright. Ah.
Let's move out.
If these enemies were actually worth a damn, I'd be more inclined. Oh yeah, and these guys is Steel EP. I believe that's what that is. Oh, come on. There we go.
Let's move out.
And yes, I'm just turboing through this because of course I am. Ugh. I hate these things.
Let's move out.
So yeah, basic items in this one. I'm probably not going to be going for too many of the chests. That's just as an aside. And if I see them, I'll go for them. Otherwise, yeah.
Let's move out.
So, monsters in the chest. Oftentimes, these are more difficult fights, and they can be damn annoying.
All right, we're good to go.
But of course, because I'm doing New Game Plus, well, yeah. They usually give good rewards, though, if you manage to win. So. So they are actually worth your time to actually go ahead and fight. Yeah, it absorbs his EP. There we go.
Good to go.
I'm not even bothering to check the items that I'm getting from these fights either. Because there's no point. It's just basic stuff. Oh, come on. This is not the time to be missing. Ugh.
Way cool.
Oh my god. So, yeah, the enemy placement is really fucking obnoxious, as you're already seeing.
Piece of cake.
I keep getting ambushed by fucking monsters because it's like, here, let's just put a monster in your way for no reason other than to slow you down. Oh my god. And there's the fucking problem of the fucking back attack problem. This is why I hate enemies on field. Oh my god, I didn't even see him.
Let's move out.
Ugh. If I was getting more than 1 exp per fight, this would actually be worth a damn, but I'm not. I'm gaining 1 X per encounter. Whoops. Or basically, well, 1 X per enemy, to be more accurate. Oh my god! This is why I hate eat the back attack. Like garbage.
Move out.
Oh my god! At least the NPC characters freaking get fully healed after the end of every battle. It just pisses me off though, because it's like, oh my god, look at this! I have made no fucking progress out of this room because 3 encounters have fucking slowed me down. This is ridiculous. There. Ugh. Hate these fucking... And I hate all this shit. And the fact that people praise this garbage game design. I mean, just pisses me off, if I'm honest.
Piece of cake.
Oh my god. I'm just trying to go somewhere, damn it. And that's what happens if one of your if your NPC goes down. Fucking irritating. Come on.
Piece of cake.
God, I hate that. That was a loss. That was not my fault. It was because the enemy fucking beelined for me and me like an asshole. Ugh. And the enemies do not pop on the field. There's no distinction of them. Oh my god.
We're good to go.
Imagine if I wasn't on New Game Plus. Imagine how irritating this would be. Just picture that for a second. You know? Notice how much I'm frickin' struggling with this. And then think about it if I wasn't on New Game Plus. You know? That'd just be a goddamn nightmare. Because at least enemies here are freaking getting one-shotted by me. No. That's actually the way I came. Nah. That means the monsters are also reset.
Let's move out.
And I only get like one S break per go. So here we are at the roof. Wow, it's bright out here. It looks like we finally made it to the rooftop. Up. Would you look at that beautiful scenery? Hey, now this is something else. It looks like we'll be able to get a better shot than I had originally anticipated. And that's the thing I was telling you about earlier. I wonder what that's supposed to be exactly. Looks like a giant Orbit-operated cauldron, if you ask me. According to my sources, it's some sort of ancient device. Although Although nobody seems to know what exactly it's used for. Hey Joshua, did you know something like this was up here? Joshua? It's no use hiding. I think it would be wise to come out where we can see you. Huh? Please don't hurt me. I'll come out already. I'm coming out right now. Who's this guy? Did somebody so somebody arrived before we did, huh? What a surprise that was. Nice find, Joshua. And you are? I apologize. Please forgive me. I'll give you every last mirror I have. Please spare my life. Look here, buddy. Please don't mistake us for robbers or something weird. You do recognize this emblem, don't you? Wait, isn't that the Bracer Guilds? So you're trying to tell me that you're bracers, in the flesh. I'm Estelle, and this is Joshua. And we're here as reporters from Liberal News. We're having these to provide our escort so we can get coverage on the tower. I'm relieved to hear that. Please just don't ever scare me like that again. The fact that you came up here like that made me suspicious of you all. Look who's talking. You seem like quite the suspicious fellow yourself. So you mind telling us who you are exactly? I apologize for my belated introduction. My name is Alba, and I'm an archaeologist. I came to investigate the tower in order to further my research of ancient civilizations. All alone? I'm surprised you made it here in one piece. Somewhat, but actually I've grown accustomed to investigating ruins like these. You see, I've got a lot of confidence in my ability to flee from monsters if need be, although this time I found myself in a bit of a pickle. You are one crazy scholar if you ask me. However, being an archaeologist would mean that you're familiar with the tower's origins, right? Well, more than the average person anyway, but since I have only just begun my investigation, there are still a lot of things I don't know myself. That's fine, but is there anything interesting you could tell us about this place? It'll be used for an article. Let's see. Has everyone heard of the Septarians before? I have. They're gonna play a pretty big role later. I think Father Divine maybe said something about that before. You mean the 7 treasures endowed with power and bestowed upon the ancients by Aidios, right? That's exactly what I'm referring to. It seems though these ancients ruled the earth, seas, and skies using the powers of these treasures. It has also been written that they were even able to unlock the secrets of time and life. Approximately 1200 years ago, when this ancient civilization was destroyed by a mysterious calamity, these Septarians were also lost. That is the legend also recorded in the scriptures of the Septium Church. But what does that have to do with this tower? A part of the legend states that one of these Septarians slumbers somewhere within Liberl. Its name, the Ariel. Ariel, the word certainly has a strange ring to it. If the legend is really true, I figure I might be able to find some clues. Excuse me. Clues here at the tower, since it's one of the oldest ruins in Liberl. So I came out to investigate. Ah, what an inspiring story. It is, isn't it? You can feel my passion for things of antiquity, right? This is splendid. I am overjoyed that there is someone else who understands the way I feel. So, did you find any of those clues you were looking for? Sorry, I had to make sure I was still recording. I'm still working on that part, but I can figure out how this device works. But if I can figure out how this device works, I might be onto something. I think it's an interesting story, but as it stands, it's a speculative one. From what you've told me, I'm sorry to say it wouldn't fly as an article. I see, that's extremely disappointing to hear. I'm surprised myself. Contrary to my expectations, you are serious about the articles you write. That's because I can't write articles based on uncertain news sources. So, I was waiting on this. So, Niall's treatment of Dorothy is questionable. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. It's questionable. However, I do think we can go ahead and give Niall a plus. Oops. So, plus to story for Niall. Niall's awesome. Moving on. We may run the occasional gossip column, but it's the policy of the liberal news to verify our information. Now, yes, you can say that's the purview of his branch, but I do like that he actually firmly adheres to that. Like, he doesn't try to bend around that. That aside, let's get what we came here for, shall we? Dorothy, I want you to get several panorama shots of the Roland region. Everything else, I'll leave up to your aesthetic touch. Now get out there and get me some good pictures. Understood. Your apprentice Dorothy Hyatt is ready for action. As for you, Mr. Archaeologist, how about heading back to town with us when we're done here? These two kids may look like a couple of brats, but they do a pretty fine job as escorts. Something about the way you said that makes me feel like it wasn't a compliment. Okay, Estelle, that's a lot better than he could have worded it. Trust me. Trust me. We'll get into a jackass who needs to be backhanded for his passive-aggressive douchebaggery later. Trust me. If it's all right with you to have me alone, then that's far more than I could ask for. Then I guess it's decided. So, how about we take a break until Dorothy finishes getting her shots? Wow, the view it was great from here. From this height, I can see all of Roland. With scenery this good, if someone turned this place into a tourist spot, they'd probably make a boatload of Mira. Yeah, you're probably right about that. What's wrong? You look a little pale. I can't hide anything from you, can I? After we stepped onto the roof, I just started feeling a little woozy. Are you gonna be okay? Yeah, I think I'll be alright, once I get a bit of fresh air. Why don't you make the best of this opportunity and have a look around yourself? But broadening one's knowledge during a time like this is all part of being a bracer. If you come across anything of interest, you can tell me about it later, alright? Sometimes you can be such a smooth talker, you know that? Excuse me. Alright, I'll have a look around. But if you start feeling any worse, just let me know, okay? Sure. Let's talk to Alba. Oh, hi there. Estelle, wasn't it? Is your partner feeling alright? Yeah, he said he just wants to get a bit of fresh air. I see. There's certainly a nice breeze up here, isn't there? I wanted to say, however, that I'm impressed that the both of you are bracers at such a young age. If I remember correctly, you must be at least 16 years of age to qualify to become a bracer, right? You sure know your stuff. And that's right, I'm exactly 16 myself. How nice it is to be young. There are limitless possibilities at that age. If I were about 10 years younger, I'd solve the mysteries of all these ancient ruins across the entire continent with these hands. Entire continent, huh? That's a pretty tall order. Which means you're not from Laburel, right? No, I was born in the north. But just as for the record, I am not from Marabonia. You don't have to worry about that. Yet, although I hate war with a passion, that hatred isn't directed at the people of the Empire. You lost someone dear to you. Yeah, my mother. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up any painful memories. It's okay. It happened more than 10 years ago, and since then there's been a new addition to the family. Oh, so you mean that boy over there? Yeah, he's like a little brother, although he's probably trying to act more like an older brother. I wonder why I'm telling you all this. Usually this isn't the kind of thing a person tells others. It's perfectly fine. Aren't good relations such a wonderful thing? Might be a plot point later, just saying. Oh, Estelle, this place is wonderful, isn't it? I'm even starting to wonder if the number of photo quartz is going to be enough. The scenery sure is great, like you say. By the way, what's a photo quartz? It's an ultra-thin crystal circuit fabricated from septium. It's set up so that you can take a photograph by burning it with light. Wait, that's just what I'd expect from a camera woman, someone who knows the tools of the trade. That reminds me, what's the deal with Joshua? Well, he says he's getting some fresh air. A raven-haired young man standing silently in the flowing breeze. I think I could take a really good picture with that kind of setting. Do you think he'd let me snap a shot of him if I asked? He doesn't seem to be a fan of that kind of stuff. I think he'd probably turn you down. Aw, what a waste. He's probably just shy, right? And now. Oh man, the taste of cigarette is wonderful. At first I wasn't in the mood to come do a story about in a rural place like Roland, but sometimes these types of places aren't so bad. If you want to be rude like that, then maybe you shouldn't have come at all. No can do. This was a direct order from the editor-in-chief. He had to teach that blockhead girl a thing or two. Otherwise, I'd be all over the kingdom searching for the latest scoop right now. When you say scoop, don't you just mean gossip for the next article? Not that I have anything against gossip, but reportage is predominantly greater. And in that sense, the place that has my interest peaked is Bose. The Bose region? Did something happen there? A number of large burglaries have taken place one after another. The identity of the criminals is unknown, but it seems as though the group has got a pair of wings. Wings? Oh, I see, an airship, right? What are they, sky bandits or something? That seems to be the most logical conclusion. But there's also a possibility that this could be an immediate an imitative deception by the Erebonian Empire. What? That's impossible. We're supposed to have a peace treaty with them. Sure, but the Empire incurred some heavy losses during the war 10 years ago. They can't do much now that every other nation on the continent has their eye on them, but it could be a way to get back at us. That said, nobody really knows for sure. Or, which is why our job as reporters is to bring these things to light. Are you still God damn it. Are you still feeling sick, Joshua? No, I'm much better. I should be good to head back whenever everyone's ready. I'm relieved to hear that. What brought this on all on anyway? I doubt it was a lack of oxygen from the tower because the rest of us are alright. Maybe it was a sudden fear of heights? I don't think so. Estelle, Joshua, are you finished taking pictures? You bet I am. I got a lot of good ones, too. And it looks like we're done here. Here, how about we head back to town? Alright, Greenhorns, lead the way. I'm counting on you, children. Thank you so much for escorting me back here. This is the first time I've ever been able to make it back from some ruins without being chased or bitten or... I don't know how to begin to express my appreciation. You don't need to thank us. It's our duty as bracers. I think you'd be better off hiring some bracers to begin with the next time you go off to investigate some ruins. My head says yes, but my wallet says no. I'll try and save up a bit, though. Well, have a wonderful day, and I hope we can all meet again. Yeah, I know that feeling. I think it's about time we say goodbye as well. I was a bit nervous at first, but you kids did a fine job. Let me just say thank you to the both of you. That's what I call raw skill. Now don't get cocky on me. The bracers I know would make you two look like fledglings, not ready to leave the nest. Yes, you're going to need to work harder. I'll try to remember that. So, are the two of you headed back to the company soon? Nah, we're going to spend a day or so relaxing here in Roland. I need to write up a rough draft for some articles and such. I'll head over to the Orbital Factory and get these photographs developed. Take it easy, you two. I guess this is the last of the jobs we got from Dad. They were much tougher than I thought they'd be. I agree with you there. I feel like I have a greater awareness now about what it means to be a bracer. It's not just fighting or just for justice. There you go again, saying all the right things. But yeah, I guess I get where you're coming from. It seems like we've got a long road ahead of us if we want to succeed in this profession. For the time being, why don't we report to the guild? That sounds like a good idea. Oh, but before we go, how are you doing? Still not feeling well? Thanks for asking, but I'm feeling a lot better. Alright. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Shara, what are you doing here? This is a rare occasion. You're usually out and about. I just finished the jobs I took over for your father, and I was reporting to the guild. So you finished your load too, huh? Somehow or other, I guess. I heard from Aina that you guys aren't doing too bad yourselves. I guess everything I went through to train the two of you amounted to something. We're grateful too. Well, I guess we'll report in as well. Go ahead, let's hear what you got. There we go, and now we're up to 7th class. Got Eagle Eye Quartz as a perk. Good job, you two. How about you, Scherzard? Don't you think they've done a fine job? For a bunch of newbies, you did an average job, but you shouldn't be satisfied with that level of work. Especially you, Estelle. You're always the first to get on that high horse of yours. Okay, I get it already. Great work, all of you. I'm surprised that we were able to fill the work gap left by Cassius so quickly. I wonder if we'll be able to relax for a bit now. I don't know, I can imagine that the downtime it might be a bit of a drag. Well, that won't be a problem since there are plenty of other small jobs like patrolling the roads and exterminating monsters. It's been a while since I've been able to take a break. Alright, it's time for my reward. I'm going to drink until I can't drink anymore tonight. Estelle, Joshua, you two join me as well. We have to watch you get plastered, and make a fool of yourself? Oh, so what you're saying is that you're turning down my invitation? You got a lot of nerve to do something like that to your mentor. What am I supposed to say? Your drinking habits are intolerable. You cause a ruckus, dance like a maniac, and try to strip in public. Agreed, it's pretty embarrassing. Charizard, just where do you think you're going to take these underage kids? Come on, the alcohol is what makes things entertaining. But if you're so against coming along with me, then I don't need you, Estelle. Really? Yup. Instead, I'll just have Joshua make up for your absence. Why me? Shara? Now hold on a minute. Joshua, you look like you'll make a fine companion. Whether we're talking booze or something else behind closed doors, I'll help break you in. Oh god, Shara, seriously? Break me in? Alright, you big pervert, Joshua. Why are you drooling like that? It's not what you think. We got a major problem. Huh? Mayor Klaus? Estelle, Joshua, and Charizard, am I glad to see you? Say by the bell. What's wrong, sir? And why are you in such a hurry? This is terrible. My home, disaster, it's gone. What? Alright, calm down, Mayor Klaus. Take a deep breath and let it out. Apparently, it seems as though my home was robbed while I was out. What? That's not being calm at all, Estelle. I had something to speak with Father Divine about, so I was over at the chapel, and when I came home it was rather odd for no one to greet me at the door, so I looked around, and the rooms are in a state of great disarray. Wait, what about your wife and Lita? Don't worry, they're both fine. I found them locked up in the attic room. That's a relief to hear. It's lucky that no harm came to anyone. It won't get us anywhere just sitting around here, so could you take us to the crime scene, Mayor Klaus? Absolutely, I appreciate your cooperation. Wait for me, I'm coming too. Good idea, we may be able to be of some help. Well, if you insist. Aina will be at the mayor's place investigating the incident. If you have anything come up, just toss it on Ridge's shoulders. I'm sure he's just relaxing at the bar anyway. Yes, I'll do that, and everyone be careful. Wow, this place is an absolute mess. The crooks really tore through here. Look at the safe! The septium, which was supposed to be given to Her Majesty the Queen, has been stolen. I'm really sorry, especially after having you go through all the trouble to bring it here. It's not you who should be apologizing. It's the crooks who are in the wrong. By the way, how are the other rooms in the house? The other rooms, for the most part, appear to have been left untouched. They're about as messy as the attic room in which my wife and Lita were locked up in. Estelle, Joshua, there's something I want you to do. Which is? I'll speak with the mayor about the incident. I want you to check the inside of the house. You mean like an on-site investigation? Are you sure we're up to the task? Since we're all here, splitting up would be the best way to cover the most ground, yes? Alright, we'll see what we can do. Proceed carefully and deliberately. Alright, Mayor Klaus. Now, how about we talk in the parlor? Sure. Now, where to begin? An on-site investigation, huh? I'm starting to get butterflies in my stomach. How about we start with this room? Let's not forget to ask for witness accounts from the other residents. Sounds like a plan. Oh, this frickin' song. The gift that we delivered to the mayor for the queen is, those crooks are not going to get away with this. Doesn't look like they jimmied the door either. They must have decrypted the combination and opened it, or could they really have cracked the combination? It's not impossible, but I imagine that it would be difficult for anyone besides a skilled pro. My best guess is that they figured out the combination using a much simpler means. What do you mean by simpler means? Well, let's see. They could have, for example, dusted the buttons with a special powder, a powder that would it have absorptive properties, and due to its fineness, yes, it would be invisible to the naked eye. However, if a blue light were placed over it, it would glow. All right, and now let's imagine for a minute that the mayor entered the combination with the powder present. Isn't the powder on the buttons would stick to his fingers and come off. This would be one way to know which buttons were pressed. Now wait a minute, wouldn't they still not know the order in which the buttons were pressed? That's not exactly the case. The powder collected on the fingers increased, the amount taken from the buttons would decrease. In other words, the crooks would press the buttons in order starting from the least luminescent. It might be a little more difficult if there were duplicate numbers, but the crooks should be able to make a pretty good guess as to what they are. That makes sense. Joshua, are you a genius or something? That's just basic knowledge. Anyway, let's check out the buttons. Just as I thought, powder was used. Now there's no doubt in my mind that the safe was opened using the same method I just explained. Oh, right. Now the big question is, who dusted the buttons with that powder? We need to. It would have to at least be somebody who visited the residence. Right. Now figuring out who that is going to be the tricky part. This place is all torn apart. Lita would probably faint if she saw this. It looks like all the books on the shelf have been scattered about the room. It seems kind of senseless to have done all this. There are several documents inside the drawer. They don't appear to have been disturbed. They seem to be documents regarding Roland City's government. The fact that these are, or as they are, suggests that there was no political aim involved. It's just like the mayor to have a ton of difficult books like this. It looks like he's got some valuable antique books here as well. The criminals either had no idea about the value of the books, or this is just a clutter box, right? It's empty as well. The box lock looks like it was burned off. The criminals may have used an Orwell gun. It's just like the... okay. The pot's been tipped over. There's nothing inside. Looks like it was only tipped over after being hit by something with force. I had such a scare. I was cleaning up the attic when suddenly a bunch of masked men came barging in. Masked men, huh? That means this wasn't a one-man job. How many people were in the group? I'd probably guess about 3 or 4. Oh, that reminds me, one of them was short. It might have been a girl. Are you alright, ma'am? Yes, I'm fine. The intruders weren't violent towards us. Is there anything you noticed in particular about the intruders? They were wearing masks, so I wouldn't be able to tell you about any specific features. That reminds me, I'm certain the front door was locked. I locked the door just to be safe since my husband had gone to the chapel, and there were just the 2 of us here. I wonder how in the world they got in. Huh? What's this? This Cervase leaf. surveys leaf. Don't you think it's a bit strange for a leaf to be in a place like this? On top of that, it's not the type that grows around here. You're sharp, Estelle. This is the place where the residents were locked up. It was probably dropped by one of the criminals as they were locking everybody up. So it's a piece of material evidence, right? Look, there's some marks on this railing. You're right, and they're fresh, too. It looks like something metal dug into the wood. They said the door was locked at the time of the burglary, right? It doesn't look like the lock's been broken either, which means they got in another way. I had the mayor run through all the details. How about you two? Did you find anything? Alright, let's check the details one by one and see what you've come up with. First off, what were the criminals after? The septium and the safe. How many of them were there? There was a group of 3 or 4. Where did they get into the house from? From the terrace on the 2nd floor. Point blank, what is the portrait of those thought to have committed the crime? Honestly, a traveler who visited recently. Wow, you did a good job investigating. It looks like you'll be able to specify who the criminals are with this information. Mayor Klaus, over the past 2 or 3 days, have you had any new faces in your study? When you put it that way, I guess there's been a number of people. That reporter from the magazine company was one. Oh, so those 2 came to visit you too. Oh, but at the time of the crime, they were with us at the Esmalas Tower. I think we can cross them off the list of suspects. I see, so Mayor Klaus, were there any others? Other than that, there was only Josette. But let's not kid ourselves here. I think it'd be a bit of a stretch for her to be our thief. After all, she's a student at the Royal Academy. Criminals aren't always dressed so that they can be easily spotted. As for a school uniform, if somebody put their mind to it, they could create a replica. But I'm telling you, she was a really nice girl. She was modest and courteous. Right, Joshua? I'm sorry to say this, but I completely disagree. Huh? During that time, when the mayor put the septium in the safe, the girl's eyes lit up like a hunter's eyeing her prey. Of course, since I had no conclusive evidence, I couldn't call her out on it. But at least to me, she didn't look like an ordinary student. You must be joking. Unbelievable. At any rate, it looks like we're going to have to ask this girl a few questions. You wouldn't happen to know where she is, would you? If I remember right, she should be staying at the hotel, but she said something about taking off from Roland sometime today. Well, it looks like we're going to have to hurry then. Estelle, Joshua, let's try the hotel first. Right, understood. So now Shara's joined us. So we're just going to equip her. Because of course we are. Still, Joshua, and even Sherazard. Is something the matter? Do you remember a girl named Josette? She's a student from the Royal Academy who should be staying here. Of course I remember her, but she checked out just a moment ago. Shoot, we're a minute too late. Let's hurry to the landing port. We might be able to catch her there. She really didn't seem like a bad girl. Huh? Please excuse the delay. The airliner should be arriving any time now. Please be patient. Yo, Alan, it's us if you haven't noticed. Oh, it's you guys. Oh, and Charizard too. Thank you. Yes, for this feast of the eyes. So, what's up? You didn't by any chance happen to see a girl in a school uniform around here, did you? A girl in a school uniform? School uniform where? From Genis Royal Academy. Oh, baby, those uniforms are so hot. The contrast as to those neatly pleated white skirts and navy blue socks. Oh, yes, I can see them now. I totally forget what the boys' uniforms look like, though. This is one obsession I just don't get. Thus defineth man's eternal struggle. Back on topic here. So you didn't see a girl in a Royal Academy uniform? Nope, not this month, and believe me, I watch for those. I check all the passengers boarding and disembarking, so I can tell you at least she hasn't come here. Which means she came to Roland along the roads without using an airliner. This complicates things. Our search field suddenly got bigger. Come to think of it, there must be others. They've got to be hiding somewhere. Wait, that reminds me. What does, Estelle? Almost forgot we found this. Could this be some sort of clue? Alright, we did find that. Shara, do you know of any places where there's surveys leaf trees grow? Surveys trees, huh? I'm pretty certain they grow in Mistwald, south of Roland. Mistwald, that's the forest in the opposite direction from home as Roland, right? It seems it's worth looking into. That settles it. Let's hit up the highway through Roland's South Gate. You're all excited, aren't you? Well, whatever it is, good luck. Wait up, you're running like a crazed lunatic. Nick, who can just walk at a time like this? Nice. Maybe I should think about cutting back on these blasted cigarettes. What are the two of you up to? You kids again, huh? Actually, we've got to get it to Bose ASAP. But the airliner's not even here yet. I know, that's why we're heading there on foot. It'll take some time, but it's not a distance that we can't cover by ourselves. Well, don't wear yourselves out too badly. By the way, are you after a scoop or something? Yeah, and the mother of all scoops too. No time to talk. We gotta make it there today. Wonder if Niall's gonna be alright. See you later, Estelle, Joshua. Well, aren't they a lively pair? Friends of yours? Those were the reporters from one of the jobs Dad asked us to take over. I wonder what's going on. I need to check something, actually. Oops. $42 out of 53. Well, let's take a look. Yep, I'm good to go.
All right, we're good to go.
Ah, damn it.
All right, we're good to go.
Okay. Actually, yep, Mistwald this way. There we go. I was like, I think I'm actually supposed to turn, and I am. So this is Mistwald, huh? Can you tell us anything, Shara? Someone came through here, all right. From what I can see, a number of people passed through here not long ago. I'd wager Mira were on the right track. How can you be so sure? Because tracking fugitives is an essential skill for bracers. Anyway, let's check the woods. Be sure to keep your voices low. Roger that. Understood.
We're good to go.
Eh. Oh my god. Look at that. It didn't even frickin' it wasn't even on screen until freaking... until it was right on top of me. Like, fuck. Because it was hidden in the fucking... obscured by the trees. That's so dumb. Oh, come on.
Seems you came up short.
There we go. Oh, come on! I hate this fucking crap.
Seems you came.
There we go. Fuck, finally. That was too easy. And to think that something as exquisite as this fell from the hand and it fell into my hands with almost no effort. Wait till Don and Kyle hear about this. You surprised me. You surprised me, that's for sure. The way you pulled off that act wearing that school uniform was simply astounding. Just what you'd expect from a mademoiselle of the ex-aristocratic family. Yeah, but what's in the past is in the past. But it certainly doesn't hurt that in this outfit I can deceive almost anyone. That gullible mayor and dim-witted bracer girl. Idiots, the whole lot of them. What was that? Calm down, let's see what else they have to say. Fine, but I'm not happy about this. Fine, but I'm not happy about this. Yeah, but that girl seemed pretty tough. I mean, she took care of all those monsters that appeared in the mine. The mine? Oh, so you're the one who screwed up their job. If you had just done it like you were supposed to, I wouldn't have had to put a monkey on a monkey show to get this thing. My apologies. Forget about it. All's well that ends well. At any rate, those two kids being bracers was an absolute joke. Especially that brainless bimbo. She honestly believed that we could be friends. What a frickin' moron. I had to try so hard just to keep from laughing. What's so funny? It's you guys. Yep, it's the brainless bimbo and her absolute joke of a bracer partner. And this probably won't come as a surprise, but we're gonna beat you up now. What? Bracers? How did they find... You did a fine job stealing that septium from the mayor's residence, but it looks like you were a little careless in the end. In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby under arrest and charged with breaking and entering, vandalism, and burglary. It would be in your best interest not to resist, but I'm sure Estelle is hoping you will. This doesn't look good. What are we gonna do now, Josette? How about you quit gawking in your boots for starters? These bracers are nothing more than a ragtag group of kids. I think it's time we showed them the real strength of the Kapua family. Who are you to be calling us kids, you brat? I've had it up to here, and I'm going to do something about it right now. Hey, that's my line. Alright, boys, get him. Oh. You know what? Yeah, fuck it.
You're finished. That's that then. Let's move out.
Yeah, fuck going easy on them. How in the world? You had enough yet? That's what you get for taking bracers lightly. And we'll be taking this back, so don't mind, if you don't mind, thank you. Hey, that septium belongs to me. No, not to you. To the people of Roland, that's who. The sheer nerve you have to say something like that is astounding. Now that we got the crystal back, how about we move on to confession time? That's an interesting name you mentioned. The Kapua family, was it? Me and my big mouth. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. So you want to be a tough egg to crack, do you? I don't mind at all. In fact, I like them that way. Ah! What are you trying to do? It's a dangerous thing to be swinging around like that. Well, if you can't answer with your mouth, then maybe your body can answer instead. But don't worry, I'll be extra gentle. Get away from me, you crazy witch. I think Cher's enjoying this. Let's just sit back and enjoy the show. Look out, Shara. An orbital gun? You alright, Shara? I'm fine. Forget about me. Look at that. An airship? Looks like the tables have turned in our favor now, aren't they? Are you okay, Josette? Kyle, you're late. Where have you been? Oh, never mind. Just hurry up and give us a hand. No can do. Our push into the Roland region has been put on hold. Well, something big came up in the Bose region while you were away. What's that supposed to mean? I don't have time to explain. Hurry up and hop on, or we'll have to leave you behind. Crap. Just where do you think you're going? I mean, we'll pick this up another day, and don't think you've won either. Payback's gonna be a beast. Yeah, I don't like Josette. If I'm honest, I don't like the Kapuas in general. I sure wasn't expecting anything like that to come out of the woodwork. Looks like they caught us all off guard. This isn't a laughing matter. Right now, I'm so frustrated I don't even know what to think. Well, on the bright side, we did get the Septium Crystal back. Switching gears, that group sure looked to me like a bunch of sky bandits. Yes, there certainly seemed of that variety. It also sounds like they've made the Bose region their base of operations as well. I certainly wouldn't have expected a group like that to travel all the way to a rural place like Roland. I couldn't care less if they're sky bandits or brigands. The next time I see that scruffy lying jerk of a tomboy, I'm going to thwack bam kapow. Or, what's thwack bam kapow supposed to mean? It means beat her fucking senseless, Joshua. Come on, get with the fucking program. Program. Yeah. Yeah. Like, no offense, but I'm actually with Estelle on that one. It looks like you've had a rough day. Who would have thought? that the Sky Bandits would appear. Here, I don't blame you for letting them escape. No, this time it was my fault. I should have been more careful. I'm really far from being in the same league as Cassius. It's not your fault, Shara. I let my emotions get the best of me, and I was careless as well. No, you guys did a great job. Your on-site investigation of the mayor's residence was flawless, too. Don't you think we should recommend them, Anya? Yes, I was thinking the same thing as well. Recommend? What do you mean? Hold your horses. First comes the payment for a job well done. So yeah, if you make all the correct choices and everything, which I'm using a guide for, you get 5 bonus. You get 5 bonus BP for a total of 6. This is for you both, and take this as well. This is, as of now, you are both junior bracers, in other words, bracers in training. In order to become senior bracers, you'll need to receive recommendations from all the regional branches in the kingdom. This is your recommendation from the Roland branch. Is it really okay for us to have this? I've heard that in order to become a full-fledged bracer, you'll need to achieve something fairly noteworthy. I think in light of the jobs performed in your father's stead, and your great showing here, your achievements are sufficient. However, those achievements are only for your work here in Roland. You'll need to receive recommendations from the other regional branches after achieving success there as well. Bose, Ruan, Zeiss, and finally Grand Seal. You've still got a long road ahead of you. Even so, I'm really happy. It was worth all the hard work. Now that we've come this far, don't you think we should visit the other regions too, Joshua? I figured you'd say as much. I agree with you, but we can't decide this all by ourselves. We should discuss it with Dad when he gets home. Right. Oh. That's the telephone, right? Hello, this is the Bracer Guild's Roland branch in the Liberal Kingdom. Ah, it's been a while since we last talked, hasn't it? I see. Are you sure? That's terrible. Wonder if something happened. Looks that way to me. Yes, that's right. He left on business the other day. What? I apologize, but this is a little difficult to believe. Understood. I'll pass on the news to his family. They'll be fine. They're bracers too. Yes, and if you hear anything else, please let me know. What's wrong, Anya? It's unusual for you to be so surprised like that. Who was calling? The Bose branch. Something terrible has happened. The airliner Lind has disappeared over the Bose region. What? How is this possible? We don't know any of the details, but the Royal Army is currently conducting a wide-scale search. Due to this event, all other flights have been postponed. Well, that explains the backup at the landing port. And Ina, Estelle, Joshua, please brace yourselves. Your father Cassius was on board the airliner which went missing. What? Possible? There's got to be some kind of mistake. I love that even Cher is surprised at that. It seems his name was on the passenger list. Liberal Bracer Guild, Roland Branch, Senior Bracer, Cassius Bright, 45. And thus, the prologue ends with that. I love that. I really do. So with that, we can now judge the outro, which I will put here. Or the outro, wow. God, I'm out of it. The intro. I am definitely going to give a plus to the outro. Alright. As I honestly feel that is kind of awesome. And we will also give one on the gameplay. And the gameplay. Alright. Okay. So, first and foremost, plus to the prologue chapter on both the gameplay and the story axis. But I am also going to give a gameplay. I'm actually going to up the unsealed enemies negative to 2. Because honestly, I just feel like it's kind of irritating. And it just drives me up a wall trying to go places and getting constantly interrupted by enemies that beeline for you, right? Especially when you're just trying to go somewhere. And when you don't know where you're going, as you noticed I got lost a little bit in Mistwald, that can be a fucking slog. So, no. Fuck that. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get a save to save in. Because of course we are. Let's move on. Estelle, are you in there? Joshua? Dinner's ready. You, to just to let you know, we'll be having roasted basil chicken and onion soup gratin. That sounds so good. I'll come down later, so why don't you go ahead and eat? Alright. Well, make sure to come down before the food gets cold. Wheel of Fortune card again. Something really is going on. I just can't see what it is. Where's Estelle? She said to go ahead and eat without her. She didn't seem to have an appetite. I see. She took the news a lot better than I thought she would. It's not surprising she doesn't want to come out of her room, seeing as how close she is with her father. I agree. Never mind the fact that she lost her mother, too, in a very similar situation. So what do you think about all this, Shara? If it's an accident, is it an accident or an incident? To be honest, I couldn't say either way. Your dad is a top class bracer. When it comes to crisis management, he's the best there is. Whichever it is, if your father happens to be there, it'll be resolved. But the fact is, an airliner along with your father has gone missing. In other words, what you're trying to say is that things that shouldn't have happened, right? Don't lose heart on me now. No, you need to be a stout wall of support and bear Estelle up. I'll get to work tomorrow, and see what I can find out. Man, it sure smells good down here. I can't stand it any longer. What? Estelle, are you okay? I'm so hungry that I thought I was gonna pass out. Oh, this looks so good. Bon appetit! Aren't you two having any? This is great. The basil flavor really comes out when you roast it. You sure know how to cook, Joshua. Well, thanks. Come on, Shara, don't you just sit there too. Do you want to drink some of my dad's brandy from his secret stash? I'm pretty sure there's a bottle of Steinrose that's about 20 years old in there. Did you say Steinrose? 20 years old too? Shara, what do you think you're doing? Sorry, Estelle. I'm going to have to pass this time. By the way, what were you doing up in your room? You didn't come down even after Joshua called you for supper. Huh? Oh, right. I was just looking for some extra underwear. I was having a bit of trouble finding one of my favorites because as it was stuffed in the back of one of the drawers. Underwear? Oh, and a set of gear for traveling. I mean, who knows how long we'll be gone, so I figure as long as we're prepared, we'll have nothing to worry about. So what you're saying is you intend to head to Bose to find your father. Yep. And well, I can't imagine anything bad happening to him despite his horrible luck. Like, waiting around just doesn't suit me, so I'm going to check things out for myself. You really are something else. Whether it's your positive attitude or thick skin, I can't say, but... What? You're so rude, Joshua. But you're coming along too, right? Of course. However, it looks like all airliner flights have been cancelled until the Army finishes their search. It seems like the only way to Bose is on foot. Walk to Bose, huh? I wonder how long that's going to take. For a bracer on foot, if they hurry, they can make it there in about half a day. But if that's the route you're taking, that makes things easy. I think I'll tag along as well. Really? You'll come with us? But aren't you busy with a bunch of other jobs? Hey, I trained under your father, right? Did you honestly think I'd just sit here when something could have happened to the person I owe so much to? I'm going to talk to Anya and have her pass my jobs at the guild to another member. Shara. We really appreciate this, Shara. You really shouldn't be thanking me. I just can't leave a job as big as this up to a bunch of newbies. I'd hate to say it, but you're probably right. Oh well, since Shara's along for the ride now, I do feel a bit more confident. We appreciate you coming with us. Myself as well. Anyway, let's make sure to drop by the guild tomorrow morning before we leave. I'll need to explain the situation to Aina. Now we're in Chapter 1, Disappearance of the Lind. I understand the situation now. To be frank, though, with Sherazard taking off after Cassius, I'm going to be really short-handed. But since this involves him directly, please don't worry about anything. I really appreciate this, Aina. Make good use of Ridge while we're gone. He should be able to deal with at least 3 times his normal workload. Don't you think that's a bit harsh? Don't worry, if things get too hectic, I'll be able to get help from the Grand Seal branch. By the way, Sherazard, can I get a minute? I'd like to talk to you about the job you were going to do. Sure, no problem. Estelle, Joshua, could I have you two wait upstairs? I'll be done in a minute. Understood. Shara? If we're going to be waiting, would you mind if we did it out in front of the clock tower? I'd like to say hi to someone. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, let's meet up in front of the clock tower. As soon as I'm done here, I'll head over there myself. Got it. Come on, Joshua. Sure. Septium Calendar, 1075, erected in partnership with the Burl royal family, Septium Church in Roland City. Septium Calendar, 1192, destroyed during the Hundred Days' War, or when Roland was bombarded by the Erebonian Imperial Army. Septimian Calendar, 1197, rebuilt with the cooperation of the citizens of Roland. Every time I see this clock tower, I always think, they sure did a superb job restoring it after the war. You can sure feel the spirit of Roland's people from this. Estelle? Joshua, what do you think about going up with me and waiting until Shara shows up? You mean the clock tower? Sure, I don't mind. Okay, come on. The morning air is so refreshing. Hey, look, Joshua, we can see the house from here. You're right, I can see the roof. But do you want to tell me what's going on since you've always avoided coming up here? I was under the impression that you didn't like this place. I like this place, but I just can't casually come up here. Because this is the place where my mom died. What? Ten years ago, during the war, when the Imperial Army surrounded Roland, they bombarded the symbol of the city, the clock tower, and tried to get the citizens to surrender. This was at the time Dad was fighting in the Royal Army. I wanted to see who he was fighting against, so I climbed the clock tower. And when the bombardment started, I couldn't get away. When I came to, I hardly had a scratch on me. My mother had saved me. I was wrapped tightly in her arms, shielded from the rubble. As I cried, she sang my favorite lullaby, but when they finally dug us free... After the war ended and this place had been rebuilt, I avoided coming here for the most part. It's not because I have painful memories of this place, though. It's just, when I come here, a part of me wants so much to draw on her strength. Plus, I felt that I can't be strong like her if I'm always trying to rely on her. Still. But today is okay, right? Relying on her just this once. Asking her to bring Dad home safely. Asking her to protect him. Of course it is. And don't worry, Dad's safe for sure. Your mother's protecting him, so there's no doubt in my mind that he's safe. And if he happens to be in a bit of trouble, then you can come to his rescue. Just like your mother did for you. You can do the same for your dad. And don't forget, I'm here to help you too. Joshua. I know, I can't completely understand everything you've been through, but I can stay here by your side as I am now. And if you need a shoulder to cry on, you've always got mine. So... Huh? Joshua, you're trying too hard. You shouldn't say things like that so lightly. What do you mean? If I were any other girl, I would totally have misinterpreted your intentions just now. You are seriously the type who's going to have problems with romantic relationships in the future. I'm already starting to get worried. Well, excuse me for trying to be nice. Why do you have to be like that when somebody is genuinely worried about you? Thanks for cheering me up, Joshua. I feel a lot better now. I guess as long as I get some kind of thanks, it was worth looking like a complete fool. But you are unbelievable. And don't be so mad. I'm really thankful, believe it or not. So how about we get down from here, huh? I'm sure Shara's waiting for us. You're probably right. Mom, I finally realized why I want to become a bracer. It's so I can become strong and protect others just like you. So please watch and see. I won't fail to bring Dad home safe again. So, I hate to interrupt this, but we're going to add 2 more story pluses. And while I'm at it, alright. So I've actually added 3, so that's where we're at on the story now. There we go. Estelle, Joshua, and that scene. Aw, the 2 of you had such a cute scene going on up there. My cheeks even feel a bit hot just thinking about it. What's that supposed to mean? You were spying on us? Give me some credit, will you? I just happened to see you when I looked up to check the time. I'm sure wish I had an orbital camera to get a shot of that view. Come on. What are you trying to say, Shara? That's called family bonding, plain and simple. It's kind of like your habit of hugging everyone after your 3rd bottle of wine. Let's not get into that. What's with the sigh? You really don't know how to take a joke, do you? Well, whatever. Did you say hi to Lena while you were up there? Yeah. I even asked her to watch over Dad. I see. Then I guess it looks like we're all set. You know, Lena's protection is equal to that of the goddess herself. Your dad's safety is pretty much guaranteed. I think you may be giving her a little too much credit. Now that you mention it, you met Estelle's mother before, right, Shara? Yeah, when I was a child. I was still in a troop at the time. A troop? Yeah, a troupe in a traveling circus. Shara was a dancer. Although it was a long time ago. We first met when she came to Roland with the circus. 12 years ago, to be exact. I was 11 and Estelle was 4. And because of that chance encounter when I became a bracer, I trained under your father. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime when I get a chance. Are you about ready to head out for Bose? With airliner flights canceled, we'll have to make our way to Bose the old-fashioned way, by foot. First, we'll need to make our way to the Vert Bridge checkpoint, which sits on the border of the Bose region. The Vert Bridge is located at the west end of Milchmain Road. Good. It looks like we're all set, so let's go. Alright, so now it's time to head out. Alright. Oh, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua too. Hello, Mr. Ashton. And this is Sherazard, if I remember correctly, right? Good afternoon, sir. We'd like to cross over into the Bose region, so we were wondering about getting a pass. Let me guess, this has something to do with the Lin, doesn't it? Yeah. Explain. Goodness, Cassius was on board? This is major. I'll issue you a pass right away. Thank you, sir. But is it alright for if you issue a pass just like this? What are you talking about? I know you kids by face, and as a member of the Royal Army, I should do my best to cooperate with Bracer Guild. Oh, but one other thing. Huh? Be careful if you have any errands at the Hakan Gate north of here. You might want to hide your identities as bracers there. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I can't say any more about the matter. But if you do intend to investigate the incident, please do so with discretion. I pray to Adios for Cassius' safe return. Hello there, are you headed for Bose? We are, but how did you know we weren't just visiting again? Well, a number of people like yourselves have been passing through lately. It's exponentially more than usual. Is that because of those flights have been suspended in the airspace over Bose? That's exactly what happened. You wouldn't believe how busy this place is because of it. Well, the Royal Army is responsible for all of the restricted flights, so you're really not in a position to complain. Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Oh, and another thing, traffic through the checkpoint is also being regulated. If you want to go through here, you'll have to get a pass from the chief warrant officer next door. Oh, we've already got one. Well, aren't you guys prepared? Okay then, how about I open the gate for you? Alright, you're clear to go on through. Once you cross over, you won't be able to come back unless you get a pass from the other side. Please be aware of that before you cross. Got it. Now here we are at the East Bose Highway. Oh, wait, I should be checking for any side quests. That's right. Whoops! Shoot. I forgot about this. Oh, crap. So even if I went back, it'll be, okay. Alright. You know what? I'll off-screen that. There. Well, actually, you know what? I forgot something, so we gotta restart. Sorry. Thankfully, we have a fast forward. These cutscenes aren't skippable, but frankly, I don't care that much. I can't believe I forgot this. Holy crap. This is as fast as this goes. Gotta wait for all of the text to go, and it's like, oh my god. Sorry for the repetition on all this. I forgot a quest, and this is supposed to be a 100% run, so. Oops! God, this takes so long to go through all this. I mean, granted, it did take me a bit to get through all of the dialogue the first time, so there's that. And all this because of one freaking thing that I forgot. This is why you save often. Often, by the way. Oh, right, it jumps right into the clock tower scene. Son of a bitch. Only some of this stuff is... It goes by quick, and it's like, ah! And even for these ones, I gotta wait for the whole thing. Come on. Come on. Okay. There. That's what I've forgotten. Under letter carrier. Good morning, everyone. Are you going on a journey somewhere? Yeah, just over to Bose. Is that so? Then in that case, can I ask a favor of you? I had wanted to send Father Holston a letter, but the airlines are grounded. So how about it? Can I get you to deliver a letter while you're here in Bose? Sure, we'll do it. It shouldn't be a problem since the letter's not that big to begin with. I really appreciate it. Alright then, here you are. So all we need to do is give this letter to Father Holston in Bose, right? Yes, the chapel is on the east side of Bose City, so it should be fairly easy to locate. Traveling around into other regions and broadening your knowledge is food for the mind. I pray that the goddess will guide you on your journey. Okay. Now we're good to go. God damn it. That's 2 BP I would have missed. Thankfully, I didn't lose that much progress. It is right after you cross this bridge that it expires, so I honestly just want to get a head start on this. Okay. So now we've crossed over to the other side. So now that I've gone through all of that nonsense, let's get a save in. Just in case some other nonsense happens.
That's that. Let's move out.
Yep, we're still only doing one. What's that headed this way? Oh, if it isn't Charizard. How have you been? Fine. I haven't been seen you in a while either. What are you up to? As you can see, I'm doing an escort job. I'm sure that you've heard about all the airliners being grounded after the Lind incident, correct? Because of that, we have to move all this cargo to the Royal City by ground transport. I see. Well, your efforts are appreciated. So how about yourself? What are you doing with these youngsters? Don't tell me you're looking into the incident. That was the plan. Why? Do you know something we should be aware of? Well, I think it would be best if you spoke with Legrand about it at the Bose branch. Anyway, I've got to get going. Catch you later. First Mr. Ashton and now him. Everyone keeps hinting at something, but no one will just come out and say it. I wonder what's up. Well, there must be a good reason for it, and we'll probably find our answers at the Bose branch. Agreed. If we do as he suggests and ask Legrand about it, we may just get a clue as to what's going on. Anyway, let's get moving. Oh, come on!
All right, we're good to
You're
go.
not worth my time. Hell, even on a new playthrough, you're not worth my time. Oh, come on.
Seems you came up short.
Uh-huh. Alright, yep, there we go. Now I finally got to the city. Good old Bose. We finally made it here. This is the commercial city of Bose, which sits in the heart of the Bose region. Wow, this definitely looks like a city. Of the 5 major cities in Laboral, this one comes next after the Royal City. Compared to Roland, the buildings are all made up of stone and seem a lot bigger. Does anyone have any idea what the huge building over there is? That's the Bose Market. It's an indoor marketplace made up of various shops. Food, clothing, sundry goods, furniture, books, and so on. You can pretty much buy everything here with the exception of weapons and ornaments. It's not surprising that they call this place a commercial city. Man, I really wish this trip could have been for shopping. Maybe some other time. Let's first stop by the guild and find out what's going on regarding the incident. Oh, alright. Just so you know, the Bracer Guild is right over there. Oh, Sherazad, you've arrived a lot sooner than I expected. I appreciate you coming all the way from Roland. It's been a while, hasn't it, Legrand? And did someone tell you we were coming? Yes, I received a call from Aya not that long ago. So that means these 2 kids with you are Cassius's children? Yes, that's right. It's nice to meet you, sir. I'm Estelle Bright. And I'm Joshua Bright. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Legrand. I oversee the Bose branch. Your father and I go way back. Please just call me Legrand. Sure, we'll do that. That said, could you give us a quick update on the missing airliner incident? Yes, about that. The Royal Army is still continuing its search. However, with the Army's current restriction on information, no public updates of this situation have been made. And not only has the general public been kept in the dark, but the Guild hasn't heard a word either. Really? Why not? Aren't the Army and the Guild supposed to be cooperating together? Well, that's the way it is on the surface, anyway. But in actuality, there's a lot of opposition between both parties on a number of aspects. So pretty much what you're saying is that a bunch of jurisdictional disputes, right? I hate to admit it, but that's the situation. In addition, General Morgan has gotten involved. Did you just say General Morgan? Great. Now it looks like things are going to be a pain. General Morgan? Who's that? He's famous for repelling the Imperial Army's invasion 10 years ago. You should have read about him in the history books. Amazingly enough, I don't recall the name. So what's the big deal with this famous guy anyway? From what I've heard, he's not the biggest fan of the Bracer Guild. Hates Bracers, in fact. It seems he even makes it a point to routinely assert that there's no need for a Bracer Guild. Because he's an idiot. I mean, there's a reason for his idiocy, but it's a petty reason, and no, I'm never gonna let it go. Sounds like a real whack job to me. So what you're saying is that we're not getting any information out of it because of this general? That's not really important at the moment. What really matters is that bracers are being prohibited from entering the region. regions they are investigating, and because of that, it's causing conflicts with our other work. But we just came all the way here from Roland. If that's the way it's gonna be, then it's time to duel it out with this general to decide who gets to investigate the incident. You're talking like a crazy person, Estelle. Keep your cool, Bracer. There are other ways, such as the request we just received from the mayor concerning the incident. She has asked that we conduct an investigation from the guild side, separate from the army. Well, that's encouraging news. If it's an official request from the mayor, it'll be a great pretext for us to conduct our own investigation. I see. Well, isn't this perfect timing? Legrand will accept the mayor's request. That sounds fine by me. But before you go, you two are junior bracers, right? Yeah? Junior bracers, so to speak, are members in training registered at various branches. In short, their performance is monitored by the branch where they're currently registered. And right now, for you two, that would be Roland. So what you're trying to say is that we have to change our registration if we want to accept jobs here, right? You got it. Here, all you need to do is sign these forms to transfer your registration. Sure. Our names go here, and... Alright, it looks like everything is in order. Junior Bracers, Estelle, and Joshua. As of this day, at 15:20, your registration at the Bose branch has been approved. This means that you are now members of the Bose branch. So, once you become a senior bracer, you can do any job without being registered to a particular branch. But on the flip side, your duties and responsibilities increase as well. Understood. So pretty much we're still newbies. Well, it looks like now I'll be able to entrust you with the mayor's request. The mayor's residence is near the west gate. You should go there and talk to her directly. We'll do that. Understood. And of course, we've got these Revenue Monster, Ingredient Seeker, and East Bose Monster. So 2 monster quests. Entero's Restaurant and Five's Poultry. Which is funny, because if you've been fighting things, you could actually have that. Oh, actually, before we get into that, there's actually something we were supposed to do here. Excuse me, You're Father Holston, right? Indeed I am, but how may I help you? This is for you. It's a letter from Father Divine in Roland. Is this for me? Thank you very much for delivering this. However, a letter from Father Divine could only mean, yes, he's come up with a new formula. Eh? A new formula for what? Don't tell me you didn't know. Father Divine is a master of medicine. Medicine known throughout Liberl for his skills in the healing arts. In fact, he is well known for this even when he was at the Grand Seal Cathedral. Really? Even after he took up his new post as Father in Roland, he has continued his research without fail. And when he discovers an effective medicine, he shares the knowledge with the rest of us. We bracers also use medicine created by Father Divine on a daily basis, so in a way we're being supported in our work from behind the scenes. I had no idea. It would have been nice if he had at least mentioned it to us. But it's just like him not to, since he never talks about himself. Ain't that the truth? Father Divine is very strict with himself. Whenever it admonishes someone, and he is always admonishing himself as well. Hell, this is one attitude I think all young children these days should learn. Although it's a bit difficult for me to learn at this ripe age. Yeah, har, or whatever. Well, how about we just try to work hard without overreaching ourselves. I appreciate you coming all this way from Roland to deliver this letter today. Adios, goddess of the firmament, and please protect these souls as you guide them in their daily lives. So there we go. Got letter carrier done. So let's knock out another one so we can get a couple of these missions done. In world building dialogue. Yeah, not for me, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Estelle. Oh, we're here. Hi, can I help you? Oh, hello. We're here with the Bracer Guild, and we have a delivery. Oh, thank you so much for going to all the trouble. I'm sure you must be busy with your other work. It was no problem at all. Helping those in need is what our job as bracers is all about. Yes, it's just like Estelle said. And now with the airliners at a standstill, it is a difficult time for all of us. I really appreciate you saying that. But the little bit of Mira I'm paying that ain't just doesn't seem like enough. Oh, I know. Well, please let me do this for you, too. Do what? I'll teach you how to make my specialty omelets. You mean the ones served here at Antaros? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is it okay for you to be giving out your recipes like that? Don't worry, it's not a problem. Even if you make a dish just like the recipe says, it doesn't mean that you'll get the same taste. Sounds like you got a lot of confidence in your cooking. Remember, it's not about whether you're good or bad. It's like the relationship between a musician and her sheet of music. So depending on the person, the song will sound different even though the music is exactly the same. That's pretty profound. A recipe in the end is nothing more than a framework to make something delicious. By only following the rules, you'd be surprised at how many different ways the end flavor turns out. Score! We'll have to give this a try later on. Estelle, Estelle, now this is just a little pre-cooking advice, so don't take it the wrong way, but please read the recipe before you try it. How rude! What are you trying to say? Hey, that I'm the worst cook ever? Then make sure you measure how much seasoning you put in. A pinch of salt doesn't mean you should drop a fistful in there. Here, you know. I'll show you a fistful. Well, following the setup of any recipe is important, but enjoying what you cook comes first. Surprisingly, that's probably the best framework for any recipe. See? Now that's what I'm talking about. I totally agree. And thanks for the new recipe. My pleasure. Come and enjoy a bite to eat here every once in a while, too. So there's Ingredient Seeker done. We'll go turn these in. So, we've reported letter results for Carrier and Ingredient Seeker. Good work. Eric, it looks like you've managed to complete your objective. Yeah, those are always the same, so no real reason to keep seeing it. Alright. We have Reveney and East Bose. Well, let's go deal with the East Bose monster. Hakan Gate. Well, we don't want to go there. Oh, come on.
Seems you came up
Yeah. Nebel Valley. I don't think we need to go there. Now, if I could just figure out where this monster is. It ain't that far. That means it's along the sides. And the stuttering seems pretty annoying. Mainly bad. Ugh.
Oh, are we done already?
All right, we're good to go.
Ugh.
All right, we're good to go. That's
And I'm just hunting this one specific monster, too. It's actually one of the reasons I like that in the Cold Steels, they go ahead and are like, yeah. Oh, I think this might be our monster.
Oh, are we done already?
Or not. Never mind. That was just an enemy with an obnoxiously large amount of health. Damn it, where is this bastard? Okay. So I need to head back to the Nibel Valley signpost. And that's Haikon Gate, so it's the next one. Ah, come on. Ugh. Damn it.
all right, we're good to go.
Okay. Alright, so there's the Nibble Valley one. There we go. There it is. Found it. This fight. Oof. This fight would be a pain without New Game Plus. Especially when you get numbed.
Seems
There.
short.
All that for 4 exp. Ugh. There we go. Oh, come on.
All right, we're good to go.
Oh my god, this is why I hate enemies beelining for you. Okay. There we go. Let's report the monster getting exterminated. Okay. Now let's head over to the mayor's house. Ugh, but I need to briefly AFK, so I'll be right back. everything back on. Sorry about that. Wow, isn't this a gorgeous place? Check out that crazy expensive looking chandelier. Calm down, Estelle. It looks like this is the mayor's place, alright. Now I just wonder if she's home. And oh, do we have visitors? Welcome to the Bose Mayor's residence. May I ask who you are, please? We're with the Bracer Guild. The mayor made a request to the guild, and we've come here to inquire about the details. Well, I have heard from the mayor that we would be expecting you. However, I am sorry to inform you that the mayor is currently out at the moment. She has gone to worship at the chapel. When do you expect her to be back, sir? Well, let me see. Actually, I would imagine her to be making a return any moment now. Well, we're kind of in a hurry to meet her, so do you think it would be alright to call on her at the chapel? Well, I do not wish to inconvenience you. Don't worry, it would be probably safe for both of us to save some trouble. It saves both of us some trouble. But if you don't mind me asking, what does the mayor look like? Like the typical wealthy person? Big with a big hat with feathers in it? Is it dripping gemstones from memory poor? Feathers? Gemstones from memory... What? How colorful! But quite off the mark, I assure you. How would I describe her? Should I say that she looks splendid, or should I say beautifully mature? If she could find the right man, then I could retire in peace. Huh? Never mind. I was just thinking out loud. Ah, yes, this may help. The mayor has a maid accompanying her. That might be the easiest way to find her. The mayor is being accompanied by a maid, huh? That sounds easy enough to find in a crowd of people. Let's hurry and head over to the chapel. Nope, that's... Oh, there you are. You're the maid we've been looking for. And you are? Estelle, that wasn't very polite. My apologies. We're with the Bracer Guild. We're looking for the mayor so we can confirm the details of a job she requested. Oh, I see. Please let me introduce myself. I am her maid, Lila. I see to the mayor's daily needs. Being served her hand and foot, huh? The world we live in are really different. So where is the mayor, if you don't mind me asking? Didn't she come here to pray? She's playing hooky with her from her religious duties. Huh? I'm sure she's probably in the middle of inspecting the situation in the market. She took off after telling me to pray for her too. I don't know how I should say this, but the mayor seems like she has quite a unique personality. Well, she doesn't sound... Well, doesn't she sound interesting? Even if she weren't the mayor, I'm kind of intrigued. There is no doubt she is a capable person, although she does have a bit of an unrestrained aspect to her at times. Anyway, I'm on my way to meet her right now. I don't mean to sound impolite, but would you mind waiting at her residence? I will let her know you're here. You're there. I don't know how I feel about going back there empty-handed. Would it be alright if we came along with you instead? Come with me to meet the mayor? Well, I guess it's okay. Let's make our way over to Bose Market, then. Whoops. Wow, this place is really huge. I wonder where the mayor is. Well, she does stand out in a crowd, so I'm sure we'll find her right away. Oh, just as I thought. The two of you should be absolutely ashamed of yourselves. Trying to force up the price of food at a time like this is by buying it all up. You're not fit to be merchants in Bose. But ma'am, we were just thinking about how to increase sales for the Bose market in general. I don't want to hear any more from you. If it were There are other products, it would be a different story, but making undue profits on necessities will lead to negative publicity for the market. Return those goods to their original prices at once. Alright, we'll do as you say. Now, I don't doubt your passion for the Bose market, but I want you to understand this. Commerce, when you get right down to it, is the established relationship of trust between people. And believe me, if you do business with that in mind, you can become wonderful merchants in Bose. Yes, ma'am. We'll do our best. Phew. Madam. Lila, so you've come, huh? I'm sorry you had to see that side of me. Actually, you did a wonderful job as always. But never mind that. These people are here to see you. Please come back home immediately. Oh, that emblem is. Could you be the bracers I requested? Yep, that's us, but so does that mean you're. Forgive me for not introducing myself. My name is Maybell. I'm the owner of this market and the mayor of the Bose region. This restaurant looks super expensive. Are we really going to have a meeting here? I often use this place for business meetings. The food is quite good, too. I tell you, I tell you what, though, I heard the mayor of Bose was a woman, but I never imagined you would be this young. Based on looks alone, I would have guessed that you're only 4 or 5 years older than me. Actually, I still feel like I'm nothing more than an unworthy successor to my father. My late father was the previous mayor, and all I did was inherit the rights to the Bose market and the political foundation which he set up. Huh, that's a rather unvarnished self-evaluation if I've ever heard one. After all, I'm just the daughter of a businessman, so there's no sense in getting hat about that. But anyway, would it be alright to go over the details of my request with you again? Sure, that'd be fine. Well, what I would like to ask is that you what I would like to ask that you do is investigate the disappearance of the missing airship and bring closure to the incident. I am of the opinion that bracers would bring about much more desirable results concerning this incident than the Army is currently producing. The reason being, we're not fighting a war. We're trying to find answers and solve a mystery. Well, I, for one, would be honored, but don't you think you're overrating us just a bit? Just call it a businesswoman's prerogative. The fact of the matter is that an influential businessman was aboard the airliner that disappeared. In addition, if the Royal Army continues to keep the Bose airspace as a no-fly zone, business is going to suffer. And just when business had been booming prior to the Queen's birthday celebration, too. I see, so this is an economic appeal, right? Yes, and it's something which I can't trust to be left up to the Army alone. So what do you think? Will you accept my request for your help in the matter? Well, we have our own reasons for wanting to investigate the incident, and we'd like to accept the job, but the Army has actively been trying to exclude bracers from anything having to do with the incident. So, I don't suppose you could pull the mayor card for us, could you? Maybe show the Army who's running the show? Excluding bracers, huh? This must be has something to do with General Morgan, then. That man has disliked bracers from the beginning. So you know who the general is, Mayor Maybell? Ah. He was a friend of my late father's. Tentatively speaking, we have a passing acquaintance with one another. So I may just be able to do something for you. Meaning, Lila. Yes, madam. I guess that should be sufficient. Here, take this with you. What's this letter for? It's a letter of request to General Morgan. It is to inform him that of my request for information about the incident as the official representative for the region. I think this should be enough to get some information out of the Army. I see. But I wonder if that bracer-hating general will even meet with us at all. I think it would be pretty safe bet. It would be a pretty safe bet as long as you hide your identities. You would probably be best served by saying that you are messengers for the mayor. I don't know if I like the sound of that. It feels like we're lying or something. We're not lying, we'd just not be telling him everything. Thank you, Joshua, because that whole live emission thing can go straight to fucking hell. Since this is a time-sensitive situation, I think we should be practical about it. I guess you're right, Joshua. By the way, where do we need to go to meet General Morgan? And there's a fort called the Hakan Gate on the international border to the north of Bose. You should be able to find the general there. Alright, everyone, I'm counting on you. You just leave everything to us. If we find out anything, we'll come and let you know. I'll be looking forward to some good news. Goodbye, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Alright, let's get going, shall we? The Hakan Gate is at the end of the Eisen Road to the north of the East Bose Highway. In short, we need to head out the East Gate and then turn north thereafter, right? Alrighty then, Hakan Gate, here we come. Alright, I'm just looking at something here. Okay, so it's going to be a bit before we get that. Okay. Still good. Alright. Alright. What's my money at? I mean, it makes sense. I've been doing a lot of quests, so. Alright, let's head to Hakan Gate. Hold it right there. The Hakan Gate is currently not permitting civilian passage through the checkpoint. Unauthorized personnel are not allowed at this point. Sorry to make you waste your breath, but we are authorized to be here. This is Mayor Mabel. The mayor has requested that we come to speak with General Morgan about the status of the search. As you can see, this document is official. But if you don't want to let us through, I'm sure you'll be hating life later. I guess there's nothing we can do but to let you through. Are you serious about this? Don't you know Mayor Maybell is the one in charge over the entire region? We can't ignore that. I guess you're right. Alright. We'll grant you permission to pass, but make sure you don't cause any problems. Whatever happens, never forget that we share a border with the Empire. Yeah, we got it already. Alright then, let us through. Yep, there are monsters even on the Eisen Road. Oh, god damn it. I was doing so well to avoid these guys, too. still weak sauce compared to me. Okay, so we're still gaining no exp. Just sucks. So here we are at the Erebonia border. This is Hakan Gate. It's freaking huge. Of course it's huge. It acts as the sole entrance to the Empire and is the rampart that protects Liberl from foreign threats. After it was destroyed in the war 10 years ago, a much more robust wall was built in its place. Standard military reaction, bigger equals better. Which means that beyond this point it's no longer Liberl. Yeah. It's the territory of the Erebonian Empire, which stands beneath the emblem of the Golden Stallion. Erebonian Empire. Well, enough staring for one day. Let's go meet General Morgan. There are some barracks right there to the side of the gate. Maybe we'll find him in there. Okay, let's go. Before that, I want you to remove those bracer emblems pinned onto your chests. Things won't be pretty if General Morgan sees those. Oh, I forgot all about that. Somehow I feel weird doing this. Yeah, there's something that just doesn't feel right about this. Don't worry, that's proof that you started adjusting to being a bracer. How in the world did you guys get through? The barricade hasn't been lifted on the Eisen Road yet. We came here on an errand for Mayor Maybell from Bose. Do you think you could get us to see General Morgan? Well, that's understandable. In that case, I could definitely get you in to see the General, but unfortunately he's out at the moment. He's actually spearheading a number of searches right now. It looks like our timing was bad. You don't happen to have an idea of when he might return, do you? I think he'll be back sometime today. There's a bar in that rest stop over there, so why don't you wait there for him? I'll let you know when he gets back. A bar in a restaurant? A rest stop? Why is there a bar in a place like this? Obviously because this is the border with the Empire. The screening process for those entering and leaving the country is really strict, so there are a lot of travelers who have to wait quite a bit. That makes a lot of sense. In that case, it's understandable that we would need facilities like an inn and a bar. Well then, we'll take you up on your suggestion and wait over at the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, we've met our bard. What a surprise. This is the first time eating Liberl's cooking. But it was rather delectable. I'm glad you liked it. If you head to town, there's a number of other places where you can eat great Liberl cooking as well. Enjoy this trip of yours, alright? That I will do, believe me. If this is the kind of food I can get in a border dive like this, then I truly am in for a feast elsewhere in this land. Well, excuse me for having my bar here on the outskirts of the country. Before you go feasting on the finer things, how about a glass of wine? I know it's not high-end exactly, but the taste is worth the price. Well then, maybe I will. Do you think this guy is... He looks like a traveler from the Empire, if you ask me. I guess we aren't technically meeting him yet. But yeah, that's a little preview there. I should mention, we can buy these different things. Good day and welcome to our humble establishments on the outskirts of Bose. Since this is a bar, we got wine to drink and food to eat. Don't expect anything too elaborate. That blonde-haired man over there is rather handsome and well-dressed, but after talking to him, I found him a little bit odd. I'm a merchant from the Erebonian Empire, and I'm on my way to Bose. I guess we need to hit rest. Sure, we'll spend 60 in rest, why not? Oh, there we go. Good day to you all, my fine friends. You appear to be citizens of Laburel, but may I ask if you are traveling to the Empire? Nope, we're just here on an errand. We're not traveling to the Empire. You appear to be a citizen of the Empire Bunny yourself. What about you? Are you here to visit the Laburel Kingdom? Ha! I'm glad you asked. I am indeed a visitor in Laburel, both for work and for pleasure. And you say you're running an errand, but I can see your true colors. I know exactly who you are. Who we are? Indeed, you're bracers, no? How'd you know? We removed our bracer emblems. Wait, are you trying to tell us that you're in the same profession? It's true that there are guild branches in the Empire, but actually I'm not a bracer. I just know several people in the guild, that's all. And there's an air about you that reminded me of them, so I just thought I'd ask. Those are some excellent deductive reasoning skills you've got. I don't think an amateur could have picked us out of a crowd like that. Are you sure you're a traveler? Please don't look at me with such suspicious eyes. Those cold, flickering eyes of amber, just like a glass of exquisite brandy. You just make me want to kiss you and hold you in my arms. What? Even right from the get-go, yeah. They pretty much play up that Olivier's basically bisexual. You're a bold one, aren't you? Wait a minute, you. Are you one of those men who likes other boys? I just can't help myself when I see something beautiful standing before my eyes. Daughters of serenity, sons of elegance, supernal melodies and cleansing landscapes, masterpieces and stories to move the soul. And last but not least, the most exquisite in food and drink. For things such as these are those which pique my interest. So you're a pervert, just like I thought. Jesus, Estelle, that's harsh. Yep, definitely a pervert. Come on, Shara, not you too. How dreadful it is that genius is misunderstood in every generation. I feel as if my delicate glass heart is about to be broken. You, with your magnificent black hair, please comfort me in my time of need. I'm gonna have to pass. You're already scarred me for life as it is. I've heard strange conversations in my day, but this one is worth remembering. The look on the kid's face. Ha! Hey, you three. Oh, it's the soldier from earlier. The general has just returned. I just spoke with him about the matter, and he said he'll meet you now. Really? Yeah, so come to the barracks with me immediately. Wow, that was much quicker than I thought. Yeah, now at least maybe we'll be able to find out what's going on. Okay, then let's be off, shall we? What are you following us around for? Your timing is excellent. You didn't miss a beat in exiting behind us. It seemed almost natural. Scarily so. Ah, you noticed. Everything about you all just seemed so interesting I thought I'd have a gander. Please don't mind me. Carry on, my good gent and mademoiselles. Of course you are going to mind. Now get you. Shoot. Shoot. Scrooge. Who was that guy? Seriously, what was his deal? He's not normal, that's for sure. Getting rid of that weirdo was probably better not only for ourselves, but a service for the world at large, too. Now, let's hurry and meet with the general. Oh, Estelle, you have no idea how wrong you are about that, but that's beside the point. I could hear some arguing. Was there some kind of problem with another traveler? No, nothing big like that. That aside, could you let us in to meet the general? Yeah, he's inside. His office is the last door on the left. Make sure you don't go wandering around in other places you're not permitted. Last door on the left. Got it. The end of the hall on the left. It looks like this is the general's room. Alright, here goes nothing. Are you here on behalf of Mayor Maybell? That's right. Very well. Come inside. Thank you for seeing us. I'm glad you came. My name is Morgan. I have been tasked with guarding the Hakan Gate by Her Majesty and Queen Alicia. It's an honor to meet you, sir. We are here on behalf of Mayor Maybell. Please pardon our intrusion during such a busy time. There's no need to apologize. I've known Maybell since she was but a child. I couldn't imagine ignoring her request, much less one from the mayor. Alright then, would you please read this first? So it's about the missing airliner, is it? Under no ordinary circumstances, that information would be strictly confidential, but considering this is a request coming from her, I'll tell you everything I know. Sweet. Why are you so happy about something that doesn't concern you? Crap, I should have kept my mouth shut. The mayor appears quite distraught over the situation, and so we've wanted to do anything we can to assist her. I see. Well, I'm glad to hear that she has been blessed with some good people around her. Let me get right down to things and explain the status of our search efforts. Please do. The airliner Lynn disappeared on its way to Roland after taking off from the Bose landing port. Presently, we have units searching all areas of the region, but we have yet to come up with anything. So what you're saying is the possibility of the incident being caused by monsters or an accident is fairly slim, right? If an airship of that size had crashed, it likely would have been discovered in the initial search efforts. Yes, that's exactly right. In fact, the flight route between Bose and Roland goes over some plains that allow a commanding view of the land. And of course, the probability of the airliner going down in Valaria Lake, or the ocean, is extremely low. Boy, am I relieved to hear that it's probably not the worst case scenario like that. So if those have been ruled out, then what leaves the door open to the that leaves the door open to the possibility that the airship could have been taken, right? Which makes me think that the only remaining motives must have been the loot or to loot the cargo or demand a ransom for the hostages. In other words, a hijacking, right? Also, considering the geographical conditions, it could have been a covert operation carried out by the Imperial Army. And that would be really big news if that were the case. Well, what's the matter, General? I was just thinking that was quite an impressive assessment for some civilians. We also considered the possibility that the Imperial Army was involved, so we have enforced strict regulations on the flow of information. An international incident, if taken lightly, could result in another war. But thanks to the small mercies of Adios, the possibility of another conflict disappeared early this morning. A certain organization has sent a letter to the royal family an orbital ship company claiming responsibility and demanding a ransom for the passengers. The organization goes by the name of the Kapua family. The Kapua family? It can be who I think it is, could it? It certainly appears that way. The Sky Bandits, who have been operating in the shadows, as in the Bose region, and are led by 3 siblings at their head. I take it you've heard of them? Not only have we heard of them, we just had a run-in with them in Roland. I can't believe those good-for-nothing thieves have managed to create a big incident here in Bose. Oh, you fucked up, Estelle. You fucked up. Estelle. Oops. You had a run with them in Roland. I had heard that some of their gang had showed up in the Roland region, but I think he's onto us. Yeah, because of you and your big mouth. I see now. I thought the way you were able to analyze the situation was strange for mere civilians, but I never would have guessed that a girl and a couple of kids like you were bracers. What are you calling kids? Just for the record, Mayor Maybell did in fact request that we come here and talk to you. Silence, deceivers! Get in here, man. He looks pretty pissed. This is how a hard-nosed military man acts, huh? What's the matter, General? Did these visitors try to pull anything funny? These bracers need to be shown the door. Throw them out immediately. Just what is your problem, old man? Trying to brush us off like bugs. You're no different. Hiding your identity so you could try and finagle some information out of me. It's because you pull underhanded actions like that bracers can't be trusted. Just where do you go off calling it finagling? It's your own fault since you don't share information with the guild to begin with. Nonsense! And who in their right mind would leave an incident this big to the hands of a mere civilian group? This is so stupid. So, yeah, I don't like General Morgan. I find him to be kind of an idiot. Like, a huge fucking idiot. And the reason is very simple. Well, he has a reason for it. It's still fucking irritating because he should be working with the bracers. Because nobody's saying leave it all up to the bracers. Work with them, share the information, and then things get done faster. Doi. Idiot. I swear, of all the stupid things Maybell could have tried to pull, hiring a bunch of kids like this is getting in the way of our search party. How about you cut it with the crap, General? Why do you think we've had to come all this way from Roland to begin with? It's because when it comes down to it, you military morons can't do your job. What did you just say? Okay, Sherry, you're going over to the top too, because that stance is wrong too. Holy cow. Cher's really pissed, alright. For the past few months, you've known about the string of burglaries which seemed to be the work of Sky Bandits, right? And who, knowing full well it was them, dumped the workload onto the guild instead of looking into it themselves like they should have, huh? And now, the second this incident happens, you get on your high horse with an attitude, yet you've got nothing to show for it. No hostages or even the location of the missing airliner. Don't you think that's an embarrassment to the entire kingdom? Silence, girl! The military is an organization that runs on discipline and does not take action on a whim. Except if you have evidence, you organize a fucking search. That's not going on a whim, it's planning things out. You idiot. Unlike a group I know who didn't think ahead and let the Sky Bandits escape. So enough with your insolence. So you're really looking for a fight, are you? How sad it is to see such discord. I love Olivier. Strife brings nothing into be bore, but only extends the barren wilderness within our hearts. Let me sing a requiem for you all, one to soothe your parched souls. A gentle yet wistful tune to bathe your brittle spirits and cause the deserts of your hearts to bloom. Brightly shooting stars, leaving trails in the skies. Like a guiding light, they show me the way to your eyes. This yearning passion tears my heart in twain, and the cruel moon mocks my pain. If this fleeting dream shall never be, a single wound will remain in my heart for all to see. Our passionate first and final kiss. Your tears to me are an amber bliss. Let us immure this eternal love. Okay, I sang that horribly, but you know if Matt Mercer sang that song, it'd be fucking awesome. It looks like you all understood what I was trying to get across. What is it that is most precious above all? That's love and peace, baby. I think it's about time for the search party to be returning with their reports. That's right, General. I should get back to my duties and make sure you don't let those kids in again. Oh, and cancel any further checks on the travelers along the Eisen Road. Having these kids around any longer will just be an eyesore. Right away, sir. He ran away. I wish we could escape. He's still right behind us, isn't he? No matter which country you visit, military men lack romanticism. Yeah, I agree with that one, Olivia. But you lot, on the other hand, appear to appreciate my aesthetic sense. You know, maybe we should get going ourselves. Yeah, good idea. We had a bit of trouble, but we did manage to get some information. After we head back to Bose, how about we think about our future plan of attack? Huh? Where are you going? Wait for me! I mean, please wait for me! Let me try and introduce myself again. I am Olivier Landheim, a wandering bard and musician by trade. Okay, time to get some thoughts in. So we're going to add a couple of pluses, one for Olivier himself and one for that. And I'm missing an I in his name. There we go. So, yeah, absolutely good. Good on that. Head front. I'm Olivia Lenheim, a wandering bard and musician by trade. As you already know, I'm an Erebonian touring your fair liberal. I'm Estelle, and... Now, wait a minute! Why do we have to introduce ourselves to you? Easy, Estelle. He did intercede for us back there. I'm Joshua, and I'm Sherazard. Things were getting pretty heated, and I'm glad you stepped in before something really bad happened. Let me say thanks. You've got nothing to thank me for. I only did what any person who loves beauty and peace would have done. However, if you insist, how about going out on a date with me for a day? I'm going to have to pass on that. First of all, I don't have that sort of free time. Oh, that's too bad. Alright then, I guess I'll accept Joshua as a substitute. What do I have to do with any of this? Please don't involve me in your questionable humor. Well, that's odd. I didn't mean it as a joke. Saying that makes you even more questionable. Joshua, come on, man. Don't be a homophobe now. Now, just a minute. How come you didn't invite me on a date? You? I don't know how to put this, but you're a bit lacking in the sexy department. You might want to think about taking a lesson or two from your friends here. Well, excuse me for not being sexy. And just what do you mean by saying I should take a few lessons from Joshua? Calm down, Estelle. Well, I think you're cute enough just the way you are. Though I guess it's true, you are a bit lackluster in the sexy category. What did you just say? Oh, good grief. Anyway, like I said before, we're busy. I'm sorry there's not a better way to thank you, but we've got it to get going. Then how about you take me along with you to the city of Bozak? This is my first time in Liberl, after all, and I'd like to request a guide. Well, if that's all you want, then I don't mind. Shara, now, just a second. It's the least we can do, and we're headed in the same place to the same place anyway. Plus, acting as a guide is one of the Bracer's many duties. Oh, alright, I guess we're stuck with him until then. But what if he tries to sink his poisonous fangs of lust into Joshua? Estelle? Oh my god, Estelle, come on! Play nice. Ace, damn it. Ugh. Don't you worry, Joshua. I'll save you from his perverted intentions if he tries anything funny. What is it exactly that you think he'll try? Please don't refer to me like I'm some sort of ferocious beast. I'd rather you call me a hunter of love. Even Love Stealer wouldn't be that bad of a title either. Are you right in the head? So how about it, everyone? Shall we leave for Bose? I'm counting on you all to get me there safely. Now, let us be off. Who died and made you leader? Hey, wait a minute, you. I'm not done warning you about the grisly fate that awaits you if you sully Joshua's innocence. So now, Olivier has joined us. So, as I have said before, Olivier is very important to believe it or not, to everything that goes on in well, the entire Zemurian saga, really. But the problem is that his contributions are very not that big here in Sky 1. So, yeah. Eh. Only thing I don't like about him in this game, honestly, is the fact that he's voiced by Troy Baker, but I'm not going to hold that against the character, obviously. And we start with him leveling up. That's actually kind of nice. Ugh. I hate these freaking random encounters. Because that's what they fucking are. Alright. So this is Bose, is it? It's more urban than I had imagined. That building over there is Bose Market, right? Well, you seem to be quite knowledgeable. Are you sure this is really your first time in Liberl? Ha! I was smart enough to buy a tourist guidebook before I left. One published by your very own Liberl News, no less. Guidebook? Do they really sell such things? I don't know how to say it, but we live in a really convenient age. So, do you intend to go shopping at the Bose Market now? Yep, and after doing a bit of window shopping, I plan to dress up and dine out. According to the guide, there's supposed to be a 3-star restaurant in town. Right, the place we ate at with the mayor, or... What I mean to say, I guess this is the place. The Anti-Rose. Those authentic liberal cuisine, or so they say. Indeed, no doubt this is the place. I'm quite looking forward to it. But it's supposed to cost a pretty mira if you decide to go with a full-course meal. I'd have to recommend a normal bar by any day over this. Worry not, my fair lady, I've bought sufficient travel expenses. And if that's not enough, I'll earn more with my superb skills. Superb skills? You're not talking about your songs and musical renditions, are you? Can you actually earn Miro with that crap? Wow, you guys are assholes. His playing is actually kinda decent. Like, what the fuck? Ha! I starred as the main opera singer in the great theater in the Erebonian capital before. If I remember right, I once earned 1 million mira in a single night. Big fat liar. Alright, everyone, good work. I guess this is farewell until fate brings us together once more. Adios, amigos. What horror have we unleashed upon this poor innocent city? Is everyone from Ereboni a weirdo like that? I don't think I like the idea of that being the Air Empire stereotype. Huh? What I'm trying to say is that I think the majority of people there are quite serious. I read in a book that their ethos respects the strong silent type. So what you're saying is that he's simply a weirdo because he's an artist? Now just hold up there, Estelle. Hell, if the artists of this world heard that, they'd be less than pleased. Let's see, we need to report the information we got out of the General to Legrand. And it would be best if we let Mary Maribel know after that, too. So first we visit the guild and then the mayor's residence. Okay, let's get going. Alright. So now... Whew. I should check this. Give me a sec. Okay. So I actually should start going to go do that. Okay. Got it. Alright, well, let's go over here. Grab these new ones. Bearclaw Survey, Nebel Valley Monster, and West Bose Monster. Alright. But yeah, no, I think that's where I'm going to end things off of here. So next time, we'll knock out some... So on Monday, hopefully at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, we'll knock out some side quests, and then we will continue. So until next time, Blue Wolf Alex the Lore Walker signing out. Have a good one. Later.